How you doing? This is Rob over here. I haven't really been making videos, even though I said I was gonna make some videos. I wanted to hope everybody had a good Christmas. Um, blah blah blah, and a happy New Year. It's coming up. I really haven't been making videos too much. I've been a little busy, like everybody else over the Christmas time. Not that it takes so long to do what the hell I'm doing, but I guess maybe I just haven't had anything to really comment. I always make videos spontaneously, nothing too exciting. But for the few people who do watch the stuff I have, um, I like to put something out that someone's gonna, it's gonna bring value to them. Anyway, uh, I don't know if you've watched my past videos. I love vintage T-shirts. It's always something. It's a go-to of mine. Um, Always at the estate sales, the garage sales. Not really thrift stores so much. I rarely find uh, decent vintage T-shirts at the thrift stores for some reason. I guess maybe they're just scoured so much. People just they see a vintage, especially the rock T-shirts, they just grab them. Um, that could be a possibility. Somebody else I spoke to from YouTube, I forgot who it was. We were talking about how a lot of the old vintage T-shirts, they might have holes in them. Rock concert T-shirts, they're very thin. They're 50/50 material. It's paper thin. And if they have holes in them, a place like Savers is not going to even put it on their shelf if it's destroyed. So that's probably another reason why you don't see too many vintage T-shirts. Because when I go to places like Savers or whatnot, they have... a lot of their T-shirts are pretty new from the last 10 years. I don't even see any T-shirts that are 20, 30 years old that are without anything interesting subject matter. Anyway, here's my little tip. I was at a thrift store, a mom and pop thrift store. That's always the exception. Sometimes you go to the mom and pops that don't get so much traffic, and sometimes you could score. They don't have a lot of new merch, but a lot of times they're not really picked through. So I have this one little mom and pop store that I find it's not the greatest place, but it's located next to two other thrift stores, so I'll hit all three in one shot. Okay, and the lady, she's negotiable, so she always takes care of me. Anyway, here's the point of my video. I picked up this other. These kind of sell. This is a vintage T-shirt here, Finlandia vodka. Okay, anything advertising, I'm interested, especially if it's alcohol related. But now here's the catch. Most of the time when you're looking at vintage T-shirts, because a lot of times you see here, you'll see faded, you'll see new T-shirts from the mall that have fading like this, like brand new, out of the package. Excuse me. So you say, wait a second, I see these T-shirts all the time. Is this original or is it original or is it excuse me, is it a new remake, whatever. Anyway, because usually the first thing you look at is the tag, but the tag was taken out. So now you really can't see that there's nothing here. This is probably was a Screen Stars T-shirt. Anyway, what you want to do is you want to look at the pattern on the sleeve. You see this kind of single stitch pattern with the vertical up and down? This is what you want to look for. These are the older style shirts. Okay, that's a dead giveaway that this is the older style. Let me show you a newer one. I picked up about I want to say 7 shirts. I think it was she gave it to me for $10, $1.50 a T-shirt. So this here is an Allman Brothers T-shirt. I mean, no huge scores in this, but stuff that I'll get $20, 15. For a buck, I'll do that. And they sell pretty quickly. They're not too bad, like this Allman Brothers. Okay? Now, this here is a newer Anvil tag. This is a newer show, but people still, they still like the Allman Brothers, still popular. Not big money, but I'm thinking about $20. This is from 2006, so it's nothing super spectacular. But I just want you to take a look on the sleeve. Now you see that's a double stitching. You see, I don't know how well that's going in the light, but here we go. So now you see that stitch pattern. So now you look at this stitch pattern, and then you look at that stitch pattern. That's a dead giveaway that this shirt is from 2006, and that this shirt is probably from 1986 or something, you know, in those around that time. That's a dead giveaway. All right. If anybody wants to ask me any questions about vintage T-shirts, sweatshirts, it's always stuff that I'm interested in. If you have any questions, let me know. Take care.